the dangers in trusting families. Do you know that anybody that knows your progress is the person that could potentially be envious of you and could try to destroy the progress you are making? So then I ask you, what is then a family? A family is just any group of people that have decided to stick together by choice, and they move on with all commitment based on decisions that they choose to make. Sometimes family is mostly thought of as being a blood relation. So if you have a family, then if you are asked whether you have a family, you first think of your blood relations. But any group that binds itself together, it could be your friends. Your family could be your workmates where you've decided to stick together in a certain way. It could be your church or the religious group you belong to. Your family could also be your biological family, like we always know. And so why are we saying that your family is something you should be worried about or you should be careful about? Why would you think that somebody should be careful about his or her family? These are the reasons. Because we always easily give our trust to people. Anyone that you think of as your family member, it is easy that you give your trust to the person. You don't even think twice before you release certain information to them. You always, allow yourself to go whenever you are dealing with people that are your family. So the first thing is you easily give your trust and your confidence to people that you've always known as your family members. I believe you will agree with me on this, that most of us may have been victims to so many things because we took certain people as our family members and we have paid badly for releasing those things to those people we called families. I believe some people may even think that it is better to deal with outsiders. There are a lot of people that have even traveled and they don't want to have anything to even do with people that they call families. So every family member you think you have, you tend to give them your trust. And number two, the second thing we always give to people that we see as our family or close associates is information that belongs to us. Our personal information, we release this to them. If we are rising in work, we tell them. If we are failing, we tell them. Whatever that goes on around our lives, we tend to easily let them know that this is what is going on in my life. That is going on in my life. And most of the times, these are the people that take advantage of such information you give to them. Because they believe and know that because you have given them this information, it's 100% the fact. So this is why, if you've thought about it before, you've realized that whenever people gossip about you, say things about you, many people don't tend to believe it. But when certain people go out there and tell them about you, they easily accept it because they know 100% that if the information is coming from this person about this person, then it is necessary. It's not necessary to even doubt the fact or the potency or the truthfulness in that information. Why? Because they know that the person is always with you or around you. So it is easy for them to believe anything that is told. Family, we got to be careful. So when we're speaking about family right now, we are not always talking about blood. We are mainly referring to the people that you've met in life, you've considered as close pals. And somebody told me that when you travel outside your country, to any developed country, most of the times what happens is that people tend to experience the fact that the first few people you get so close to, when you stay longer, sometimes, most of the times, you tend not to want to see them again because they came as families, they got to know too much of you, and some of them will use it against you in a negative way. So we have to be careful. The number three things that we give to family members or people we call families, could be friends, could be workmates, could be biological family that we give to them that we lose out of and we should be careful about, is over dependency on people we think and consider as our families. We are dealing with dangers of trusting family members on family arena today. We depend on certain people so much because we know and we feel that, oh, this is my brother, this is my sister, this is my best friend, this is my best mate. I can tell the person anything. But most of the times, these are the people we should be very much afraid of, because whatever we feed them or whatever they gather around you when they come around you, that is the same thing they use against us all the time, and we always suffer. Please don't forget to share the program and subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on YouTube, you can, or on Facebook too, you can. And please share your thoughts if you agree with some of the things we are talking about. Even if you disagree, tell us. We tend to trust family too much. Number two, we tend to give too much information to people we call our family's besties, best friends. And number three, we depend on them too much. And so when we depend on them to do things even for you, they end up not doing it, or doing it in a wrong way, or sometimes they deliberately destroy what you left for them. Sometimes too, out of mistakes, things happen, but we're gonna see why we should be careful about things like this. And then the number four thing we give away that causes us to, be at risk to people that are our family, is that we expect too much from them. People we call family, we call blood, we call relations, we call best friends, we call even fiancés, we call wives, husbands. We tend to expect so much from them, so much so that it becomes too risky for us. To the point that, speaking plainly or bluntly, there are people that over-depend on partners so much so that if nature even happens that they've lived their lives successfully and they die, the others don't even last long because they're over-dependent on those people so much so that they cannot survive without them. The danger in trusting families. There are family members. There was a program we did here of a young man whose father got him everything. He lived overseas and the boy was in Ghana, bought him a car to work, did everything for him. But when the man went back home to Africa, this boy organized people to go and take the man's belongings he brought back to Ghana. Families and people we trust, people we depend on, those are the people we need to be very careful about. So someone will ask, if this is what we are talking about, then why are we connecting this to Mame Agrade's issue, and why are we saying the IGP and the Christian Council support Mame Agrada? Mame Agrada has spoken, yes. But when you look at everything Mame Agrada has said, you will come to realize that the IGP, the Christian Council, are all behind Mame Agrada, directly or indirectly. And here is the reason why. These people that went there with the intention of collecting money or whatever the reason may be, right? These people we are talking about, could you believe that all those people, they went there because they thought the woman was a family member? What do I mean by family member? All these people believed that Mame Agrada has repented and that she is a Christian. So if she is a Christian, then what was the danger in going to a Christian sister who has agreed and decided to share good things with you? There is no problem going to somebody whom you have seen and perceived and noticed that this woman is now a Christian. She belongs to our family. You see, before anybody can scam you, before anybody can deceive you or talk anyhow to try to get anything from you, most of the time, those people tend to buy into your confidence. They first buy into your trust before they get you. So like a cat, it hits with the left, then the right big hit will come in. Speak to any boxer and they tell you jab, then big blow will come in. So most scammers like Mame Agrada will just try to be nice, speak nicely, invite you to programs, invite you to events that you may be tempted to feel as if, yes, she really means well, and then she goes hard with the bang and then you are broken. All these people you see down there, they are people that went to meet this woman thinking, assuming that this woman said she was this and now she is a Christian. So if she's a Christian, then what is the problem? Why wouldn't I go to a Christian if I'm going through hardship? I have no money. I'm in need of help. What is the big deal if I'm going to support a woman that has come out as a woman of God now? Back in the days, she wasn't, but now she says she's a changed person. She's been baptized by other credible men of God in society. So you see, the Christian Council has sat there. The reason why the Christian Council is to be blamed is going to come here. But the thing is that the woman has bought into the trust of the people by playing the role of a family member. We've spoken about the fact that we should be careful of families because we give our trust to families. Okay, and so these people have known that this woman loves, we are a family, we are all Christians. If she is a Christian, Christians are potentially not expected to scam people like this. And this woman has been public that she's changed, she's bent some wood, call it gods. And so if I'm going to her for help, people think we are not going to the wrong place. They will not be in the wrong hands. But the trust we are giving to family members, which is dangerous, has affected them badly. So when these people got there, this woman has done her worst. We will go to what this woman has done. But then the other thing too is this. Did you know that the trust that people had for FAMIY Agrada is because these people have trust in the Christian Council of the nation?